Good evening, everybody. We got some breaking news from Disney. Monsters, Inc. Land is going to replace the Muppets Courtyard at Hollywood Studios, but we're not losing the Muppets there forever because they're going to retheme Rock and Roll Roller Coaster to Muppets Mayhem. So we're just going to talk about that today. I got my sister Sarah on the phone, and she's going to have a conversation with us. So let us know what you think about everything in the comments below. Hello, Sarah.
Hello everybody.
So what are your thoughts on, we'll start at Muppets Courtyard. So I know how much you love Muppets 3D.
Yeah, so it will be no surprise to anyone who knows me. I am not a fan of Muppets 3D purely because 3D gives me a headache. So anytime I go in and watch the show, I watch it without the glasses. So I am not particularly sad to see Muppets 3D Vision go. However, in Disney's announcement, they did say that they are exploring ways to preserve the film in other parts of the experience for fans to enjoy in the future. So who knows? We still may be able to see Muppets, at least the film, in the future when they have that area completed.
Well, yeah, I know that that was one of, if I'm not wrong, one of the last things that Jim Henson had his hands on, that he worked on.
Yeah, he was working on that, and that was one of the projects that the last project that he was working on prior to his death.
So I know you never eaten at Pizza Rizzo's.
I have not, no.
But would you ever want to eat at Pizza Rizzo's before it goes? Or is that not an interest?
With the reviews that I've seen, I wasn't particularly, I don't want to say fond, I wasn't particularly eager to go eat at Pizza Rizzo, just because I've heard that their food is not fantastic, and the only two dishes that I have heard that has been good is a certain salad that they have there. I don't remember the name of it, and a dessert. So I am not, again, eager to really go, try Pizza Rizzo. But, I mean, who knows? I mean, I wouldn't say no, but it's not something I'm going to go rush to try before it goes.
Yeah, well, I never ate there either, but I never had interest in that either because there's so many different places to get delicious pizza there. Not at Hollywood Studios, but honestly, I don't really think there's a lot of great places to eat at Hollywood Studios either. They don't have that big of a variety.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I mean, maybe the Brown Derby, but although, I mean, I have to say, I know that the Marketplace over on Hollywood Boulevard doesn't have a strong fan base, but I've had a couple of things there that has been pretty good.
Like the nachos?
Yeah. No, not the pulled pork salad.
Oh, it's a salad. I thought it was nachos.
Yeah. No, it was a salad.
Oh.
Little on the spicy side. I mean, not too spicy, but
yeah, it was
that
spicy.
I think is my favorite thing that I've had ever at Hollywood Studios.
Okay, so what do you think of Monsters, Inc. Land going there?
I'm actually kind of excited to see what that's going to be like. I I know that they're calling it Monsters Inc. instead of Monstropolis. But I'm kind of excited. I have a soft spot for that movie because Evan, that was his favorite movie. One of my friend's kid, that was one of his favorite movies when he was little, and he watched it like every day. And it's a cute movie, and I don't see much of Monsters Inc. except for the laugh floor. But I mean, aside from the laugh floor over in Magic Kingdom, Monsters Inc. doesn't have a really good representation. Pretty much anywhere in Disney World except for that. So I'm kind of excited to see what that's going to be like. So not only is it going to have this, suspended coaster, they're going to have dining and shopping, and then there's also going to be a theater show. And it's going to be its own world. So when you walk into, Monsters Courtyard, you're basically going to be stepping into Monstropolis. So
I wonder how that transition is going to be. Like, because you have the tunnel that goes into Star Wars right there. And then how are they going to... I wonder how they're going to transition into Monsters Inc. land from there.
I mean, I wonder if it's going to be pretty much kind of how it is now. Because, I mean, according to the drawing or the rendering that they released, it looks like Monsters Incorporated, I guess it would be the Laugh Factory, because the land is supposed to be taking place after the events of the movie. So it won't be the Scare Factory anymore. It'll be the Laugh Factory at that point in time. That looks to be like it's set in the back. And so kind of looks like you're just like if you just walk down a street, then, you turn into Monstropolis. I'm going to call it Monstropolis because it's just, you walk down the street and, it looks like the ending is going to be, the Laugh Factory, where I'm assuming where the coaster is going to actually be. But
so if they're going to have a theater show there, it's almost like the theater, well, I guess it depends on like the show, but like the theater show, it seems like the laugh floor would fit perfectly there.
It would. I'm very curious to find out what the show is actually going to be, because they said it's a theater show, so. And yeah, you're right. With the theme of this land, especially when you're trying to get laughs, that's the whole point of the laugh floor over in Magic Kingdom. Like that would, yeah, you could literally pick that up and go put that into Disneyland, and it would just fit perfectly.
Yeah, but I don't know if Disney would do that.
They haven't announced any changes to any of the other parks regarding Monsters Inc., so I highly doubt that they're going to do that.
But that would just make sense.
It would make sense, but
yeah,
we'll see.
So what do you think of... I'm going to miss Aerosmith for a rock and roll roller coaster?
No. I don't personally think so. Yes, it's kind of cool that they're, that they're a part of the ride, but not that I dislike Aerosmith or anything, but I'm not a huge, Aerosmith fan to begin with. Do I like their songs? Yes. Do I have a issue with the band? No. But I don't have a great attachment to Aerosmith. And to be honest with you, I don't know the full story and how they became the face of Rock and Roller Coaster to begin with. So no, I'm not sad to see Aerosmith go. I do think it's going to be very interesting how they retheme it. Because what did they say? The Muppets are going to be teaming up with some of music's biggest stars for the Rock and Music Festival. So I think that would be cool. And to be honest with you, when I picture Rock and Roller Coaster as is, just picture Animal. it just fits. So, I think, I don't know. I think the Muppets, especially considering Muppets have always been musical.
Yeah.
So I think Muppets will be a good fit for that ride. That may not be a popular opinion, because I know that there's a lot of people who love the fact that Aerosmith is part of that ride. So that may not be a popular opinion, but what are your thoughts on?
Well, I like Aerosmith. I've always loved Aerosmith, but like, it's not they're not, to me, besides them, like, you're going into the studio and seeing them, and then they're like, yeah, bring them along. You know, like, they're... Then you get to their stretch limo and you go and you have their music blasting in your ear. I don't think it's extremely story-based themed. Like, of course, there's a story to it because you're rushing to get to their concert. But, like, I mean, it's just basically jamming out to music.
But the thing is that, like, and I know that that's the theme of Rock and Roller Coaster, is that you're in a limo and you're rushing to get to their concert. So you're seeing all of the, the traffic signs from LAX and everything. But I personally think the theming with that whole storyline is completely lost once you're on the coaster.
Yes.
I mean, you speed by it. You speed by the street signs and everything so fast. And aside from that, you're on vacation in Disney. I don't want to be on a ride when you're supposed to be emulating being in traffic.
Right? Especially, like, all of Florida, that's all it is. You want to be stuck in traffic?
Right.
Just drive on the regular roads in Florida.
So they have more cohesive theming for the entire ride of Dinosaur. I mean, because they bring the pre-show, Dr. Seeker, who's talking to you throughout the entire ride, and like continuing that storyline. So, like, if they were to do that with Rock and Roller Coaster, where yes, you have their music, but you're on your way to the concert. So the fact that they're blaring their music in your ear, that would make more sense, like, if you were at the concert.
Right. So I'm just hoping when they retheme this to basically Muppets Mayhem, and if they, like, what you read was that they're going to be celebrating it with a bunch of, like, other bands, that they're not basically going to just copycat what they already have. Like, they're not going to get rid of the coaster that's already there. Like, we all know that. But, like, the theming inside, though, like, I hope, like, and, like, they actually change it up and, like, actually just don't repaint what's already there, and that they actually add some more things in there, and that they just don't, like, take random, like, pop singers and whatever and just play random clips of their songs. Like you said, like, with Dinosaur, like, have a little bit more theme, like, have them talk to you. Like, of course you're going to have music, but, like, it's also going to be such a short ride because it's a roller coaster.
Right. And yeah, how long is that roller coaster?
I can't imagine that it's more than 2 minutes.
Oh, yeah, no, it's not. Let's see if we can find
it. But, like, it's like, how can you fit so much of a storyline into something so short? And it's like, I don't even know how long Guardians is, but Guardians, it's a I mean, it's definitely going to be no Guardians because, you know, it's already got its own track and everything. But hopefully, like I said, they can take the time, take down what's already in there, and just put new scenes in there.
I mean, I hope that they do, because yes, you're right, they're going to keep the same roller coaster, but I hope they do kind of like a splash, like in the retheming, they do a Splash Mountain to Tiana kind of thing where, you know, it's the exact same ride, but they did a complete overhaul of the retheming. So, you know, they didn't just take, you know, the chickens off of the steamboat from Splash Mountain and put, you know, whatever characters on. I mean, they completely redid the inside. So, like, I hope that that's what they do with this as well. And yeah, I want to know, like, I'm very curious to find out which stars they're going to be using and how. Because, I mean, I wonder if it's just going to be, like, different pre-shows with different stars, and every time you ride, it's going to be, you know, different, or if it's just going to be different music and you know, playing in your ears. But according to this, Rock and Roller Coaster is 1 minute and 22 seconds.
Oh, so it's even shorter than 2 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, these Imagineers are going to have a really tough one with this one.
Whereas Guardians, Cosmic Rewind is 3 minutes. It's just under 3 minutes.
Yeah. I think, like, if what you said, if they just, like, changed it up, like Guardians has 6 different songs. You don't know which one you're going to get. So let's say you get a different artist every time. And let's say they add something as simple as screens. Because, you know, like on Tiana's, they added screens. I know everybody's like, oh, screens. But honestly, that way they can change it. They can have like a sequence go through and be one scene, and then a sequence for the next run be another scene, making it sound more simple than it really is.
Are you talking about like screens while you're on the coaster?
Yeah.
See, and and I mean, you go so fast, like you're gonna go right past the screen. There's not gonna be much that they can show you on a screen, whereas like Splash Mountain, like you're going slower, so you know the stuff that they have on the screens, you know, you can see. But when you're on a roller coaster, you're like speeding past.
They should just,
I don't know,
gut
be interesting.
the whole thing, gut the whole thing, and just build a whole new coaster system inside and make it another Omni mover, an Omni coaster, not mover, Omni coaster.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool.
They got the money. Come on. They can do it.
Now, what I do hope, though, my hope for Monsters, Inc. is that they create a land where we're going to have, like, some kind of connection to. Hope that they do tie a lot of, like, Easter eggs from the movie that we know into this land, so that when we go into the land, there's going to be some kind of connection to it, instead of, you know, my opinion of Galaxy's Edge. I like Star Wars, but I wish that they would have, when they created Galaxy's Edge, I wish that they would have created more from the movies, tied more of the movies into the land, instead of making up a brand new
place,
a brand new planet, a brand new place that we're, you know, getting to know. And no one, I mean, yes, the Millennium Falcon is there, and that was the coolest thing. So walking onto the Millennium Falcon and seeing the chessboard, like, that was a moment for me. In Rise of the Resistance, getting onto the Star Destroyer and just seeing that big window with that group of stormtroopers and walking down the hallways with the pipes along the sides and the ceilings. I mean, that looked like it came straight out of the movie. That was another moment for me. But walking around Batuu, it was just like, yeah, it looks like Star Wars.
Ish.
Mm-hmm. So I'm hoping with Monsters, Inc. that they tie more of the movie to bring more of that, nostalgia, the familiarity to the land itself, instead of creating something new that just has something to do with Monsters, Inc. But that's my hope.
Yeah, that would be good. And I would say add like more interactive things, but I mean, it's not going to be that big of an area.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know if they're planning on like completely redoing that, if they're going to be taking down like buildings and like rebuilding. But I mean, if you think about it, that area, it does have some space.
It does, but like it looks like they're going to add one building, which is going to be the coaster building.
They would have to build that, add that on.
Yeah,
because that's going to have to be a big building.
And Muppets 3D Vision is going to stay the theater. They're just going to retheme that. And then Pizza Rizzo will just be rethemed into, hopefully, Henry Hauser's, which is the restaurant that they eat in Monsters, Inc.
It's possible. I can't wait to see where the 2319s are.
There's not going to be a 2319 because now children aren't poisonous to the touch.
Yeah, but there's going to be an Easter egg somewhere.
Oh, there'll be an Easter egg for sure, but...
Yeah. No, there won't be any more 2319 codes, but there's got to be a nod to it somewhere.
For sure. Well, I think that's where we're going to end this video, but let us know what you guys think of the changes that are coming to Hollywood Studios. Are you excited? What would you like to see happen at Monsters, Inc. Land? Or what do you think they're going to retheme the Muppets as? Is that going to be easy, hard for these Imagineers to retheme? Let us know. Thanks for watching, and as always, thanks for sharing the magic. Bye.
Bye.